Enemy.
Yo, what's up guys, XMO6 here. In this video I'm going to be showing you the Valorant warm-up that I used to go from Ascendant 1 to Immortal 2 and brought me this KD, and you know, I had a really good stats when I hit Immortal 2. So yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm going to be starting with what I do to physically warm up, which I think is important and underrated, so don't skip that. What I do in aim labs, and then what I do in Valorant to get ready to play. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so the first thing I like to do is a sort of shoulder warm-up. This is just going to get those muscles activated and kind of ready to play, I guess. If you are, I guess, injury prone, it will help with that. It's just generally helpful to do some sort of physical warm-up because you are using your arm to physically do something, even though obviously it's not, you know, a very physical task. You want to be able to efficiently move your shoulders, wrists, hand, everything like that. So I like to start with something like this. I take a resistance band like this, and then I will just kind of bring it side to side like this. I got this from the 1HP YouTube channel, which is Gaming Health Organization, which I'll link their channel right below. But anyways, before I do my mechanical warm-up, I will just do this kind of exercise where, as you can see, I'm just bringing the band left and right essentially. And then the next thing I like to do, I'll take a dumbbell and I'll do wrist curls. You don't want a super heavy dumbbell with this. You just want, you know, something anywhere from, you know, 2 to 10 pounds, just in that like kind of lighter range. And you want to do some wrist curls. I'm just doing some wrist curls here. And that's just going to help you warm up your wrist and get ready to play. Alternatively though, if I don't really feel like doing wrist curls, or if you just don't like doing them for some reason, what I honestly have found more beneficial is to use this thing called the gyro ball. Now the gyro ball helps with your coordination, and it also helps with your wrist strength a little bit. It is something basically you wind it up and then you spin it, and you have to kind of control it a little bit like this. And so it's not crazy difficult, but it's just gonna get a nice wrist warm up, and it's gonna help your coordination. I forgot the exact science to it. Again, I can link a video down below explaining why it's pretty helpful for your aim. But essentially, using this is gonna keep your wrist healthy, and it's going to help your actual in-game performance a little bit more than you might expect. So once I'm done with that, I get ready to play aim labs, and I'll show you exactly what I do in there. Now with aim labs open, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to play, I'm gonna go to training, and then what I'm gonna search for is cartoon. And for me, it's the first result, but if it's not, you just gotta look up cartoons Valorant warm-up. It's this playlist with 3 scenarios. It has Berry TS Voltaic, VT Floating Dots Goated, and Raspberry's 2.XS Small Flicks. I'm pretty sure there's an updated version of this routine, but I still just use this old one. This warm-up is really effective for me because it targets your speed flicks, it targets your micro adjustments and ability to hit moving targets, and your raw ability to hit small targets with the third scenario. So I'm just gonna do a quick run through of each of these scenarios. I'm not gonna do the full scenario, but I'm just gonna show you kind of what this looks like. Alright, so on to the next scenario, VT Floating Dots Goated. This scenario is going to help you hitting those small moving targets that you're often going to see in Valorant. So let me just do a quick playthrough of that, and then I'm going to move to the next one. Alright, so not a great score, but that was Floating Dots Goated, which helps a lot, as I said, with those moving targets. And now I'm going to move to Raspberry 2 Dot and just show you a real quick playthrough of this. Alright, so that was that routine, and now I'm going to show you what I do in Valorant, because that's obviously probably what you came for. So let's get right into that. Alright, so once I'm in Valorant, the first thing I do is hop straight into the range. I'll usually go on Jet, but it doesn't really matter what agent you choose. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is putting on these practice bots, and I'm going to get close here, and I'm going to kind of practice just strafing in between and just kind of shooting these bots a little bit, getting my wrist warmed up, especially on these, you know, wider angles, or, you know, on these kind of just bigger targets. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to strafe between the targets as I shoot them, just kind of get my movement warmed up. And you want to make sure all your bullets are accurate, so you want to be either dead zoning or like fully stopping. I usually will do, you know, little 2-bullet bursts here, you know, just kind of kill these bots with these small bursts. And sometimes I'll switch it up and use the sheriff and just kind of dead zone between these targets and, you know, try and hit some shots like this. Another thing I like to do that sometimes I do alongside this, but sometimes I just don't do. Again, this is your warm-up and you should get creative with it and do kind of whatever you want to do. But I'll go over here and I'll break that big target and I'll just kind of try and switch and burst these little targets around in the sky. So this is really cool because it's just training your flicks and your bursts a little bit, and it's just kind of fun to do. So I just do this a little bit before I play, but I don't really include this too much in my warm-up routine because I like to just kind of spend more time shooting these actual bots. So after I do a few of these close range bursts, what I like to do is kind of warm up either my long or medium range. So let's start with the medium range drill that I like to do. I'll ping where this like front bot is and I'll go 15 meters away. And as you'll see, from 15 to 30 meters, the Phantom does not one tap. So what this forces you to do is you have to 2-tap each bot. And so what I like to do, I like to dead zone and try and double tap the bot like this. But this is just going to help you a little bit with your micro adjustments and your dead zoning. It really just helps you get in that ability to dead zone correctly. So yeah, I'll just do this for a little bit. It's a little bit of a more tedious drill. It's a little more difficult, but I think it is really helpful to just do these little dead zones, and then you improve your micro adjusting ability a lot doing this. And then to work on my long range abilities, what I'll do is I'll come back behind this wall and I will strafe out and I'll try and dead zone and micro adjust onto these opponents. So it looks something like this. And so I just kind of like to strafe out to the right here and try, I like to aim at this pole right here and just kind of pre-aim that and then like dead zone and adjust to a target like this. All the targets are to the right now, but yeah, essentially you'll want to strafe out, be looking at this, and then just adjust and dead zone on a target to the left, or I guess to the right as well, but I usually try and do it to the left. You can do it to the right like this as well. Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool tool to warm up your long range kind of peaks and stuff like that. A lot of times after doing that, I'll just kind of stay in this little area and I'll just like dead zone between bots and just kind of go for one taps like this. And then a lot of times I'll also do the same drill that I had just done before, but I'll do it to the side or the right side over here. Another drill that I'll quickly show is this drill that I saw by Trick. He showed this drill to help have movement and mechanics like Aspas, because a lot of times Aspas will strafe. He'll go for one shot and then strafe again and burst. So what Trick recommends is dead zoning one bullet and then bursting, so it looks kind of like this. And you kind of don't want to hit that first bullet actually. I mean, you can go for the first bullet, but the thing is you're kind of really trying to get that second burst, because a lot of times you'll go for that first bullet and miss it in game, and you want to be able to recover by strafing out and bursting like this. And so I think that's a really cool thing to practice, because it's going to help you a lot with your movement and your ability to kind of recover a little bit. And if you want to learn, you can just kind of look at how Aspas plays. So yeah, that's what I do pretty much in the range. A lot of times I'll just kind of jump around as well, get a little bit of movement practice in, I guess. After I do the things that I just showed you in the range, a lot of times I'll go into a team deathmatch before I play. Sometimes I'll just hop straight into game, but a lot of times I'll feel that I want to play a TDM. So I'll play one TDM and then I'll get into game pretty much. In TDM, these are the guns I choose. I go Ghost, Sheriff, Guardian, and Vandal. I think these are the best ones to actually practice your aim on and not just go for kills. But yeah, usually after something like that, I'll go straight into comp or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do for my warm-up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and a subscribe. I'm gonna be uploading more videos about Valorant, stuff like that, just gaming in general. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.